Synchronicities, those unexpected and enigmatic moments, are much more than mere coincidences. They are encounters of events that at first glance seem unrelated but, upon closer observation, reveal a mysterious and deep connection. Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychologist, believed that these coincidences carried hidden meanings transcending chance. They are manifestations of an invisible web, linking our everyday reality to the vast and mysterious collective unconscious. Think about that moment when you're lost in thought, walking aimlessly, and suddenly, a sequence of seemingly insignificant events aligns in a surprising way. It feels as though the universe is trying to get your attention, pointing to something beyond the surface of those events. Some believe that in these moments, we're receiving a message, a subtle yet powerful communication from the universe itself, awakening us to something greater. But is this truly possible? Could these alignments be mere coincidences, or are they echoes of something we are just beginning to comprehend? Since ancient times, philosophers have pondered the apparent disorder of the world, seeking to find a hidden harmony beneath the surface. For Plato, there existed a higher truth, invisible to the common eye, which deeply and intrinsically connected all events. He believed that what we see is merely an imperfect reflection of this greater order, a shadow of the ideal reality. Perhaps synchronicities are manifestations of this cosmic order that escapes immediate comprehension. When we look at the chaos of the world and recognize these moments of alignment, we are confronted with the idea that there is an underlying intelligence operating beyond our understanding. Shakespeare, in his Eternal Wisdom, echoes this thought when he writes, "There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in our philosophy." Thus, every event we experience, every coincidence we encounter, may be rooted in a deep interconnection, a web of meaning that we cannot see at first glance. There is something both comforting and challenging in this vision. If there is, in fact, an order that links everything, how can we learn to perceive this invisible truth? Synchronicities also have deep roots in spiritual traditions, which often speak of an invisible force guiding the course of events. In Taoism, there is the concept of Wu Wei, which can be translated as effortless action, or acting in harmony with the natural flow of the universe. For Taoists, this state of surrender allows life to flow spontaneously and meaningfully, without the forced interference of human will. In this context, synchronicities would be signs that we are in tune with this greater flow, living in harmony with the course of things. Similarly, in Buddhism, the idea of interdependence teaches us that everything in the universe is interconnected, that every action has an echo, a resonance, that intrinsically connects events. Nothing happens in isolation. So what we often consider a coincidence may actually be an expression of this universal interconnectedness. In many religions and philosophies, synchronicities are seen as divine signs, subtle revelations guiding us toward higher consciousness. Whether in the belief in a predetermined destiny, alignment with the Tao, or the interconnectedness of all things, there is a common notion that the universe speaks through these meaningful coincidences, inviting us to look beyond what is visible and immediate. While spiritual traditions offer one perspective on synchronicities, modern science, especially through quantum physics, presents an equally intriguing view. Quantum physics reveals to us a universe where the laws governing the visible world unravel at microscopic levels. One of the most fascinating concepts in this field is non-locality, which suggests that particles separated by vast distances can somehow instantly influence each other, without any apparent direct communication. This raises a profound question. If particles are connected in such mysterious ways, could we and everything around us be as well? Quantum physics, with its seemingly paradoxical laws, points to the possibility that the universe operates in ways beyond our everyday perception. Perhaps synchronicities are an expression of these quantum connections, manifesting in our lives in ways we do not yet fully understand. It's fascinating to think that at the subatomic level, the boundaries between self and other, between events here and there, begin to blur. We are, in some way, all intertwined with the very fabric of the cosmos, and synchronicities might be a window into this profound interconnection that quantum physics is just starting to reveal. Synchronicities often appear at crucial moments in our lives, especially when we are searching for direction, facing challenges, or in the midst of major transitions. During these periods of uncertainty, it's as if the universe sends us subtle signs, delicate clues that can guide our steps. These seemingly disconnected events may arise as arrows along the path, pointing towards something we may not yet fully comprehend but feel is important. However, the real question is not just how we recognize these synchronicities, but how we act upon them. These meaningful coincidences can be interpreted as reminders that we are not alone, that there is a deeper purpose in our journeys, even when the way seems unclear. Through these signs, the universe may be guiding us to discover our life purpose, helping us find our place in the world and our mission. When we begin to pay attention to these moments, we can see that synchronicities not only point a way but also invite us to take action. They call us to explore possibilities, embrace change, and trust that there is a greater meaning guiding our path, even if we can't always see it right away. The ability to perceive synchronicities is deeply connected to our intuition, that subtle inner voice that often speaks more quietly than the noise of the world around us. The more we develop this connection with our inner self, the more receptive we become to these meaningful coincidences occurring in our lives. In many cultures, intuition is seen as a direct channel of communication with the divine, a way of being in tune with the flow of the universe. Our intuition is like a sensitive radar, capable of picking up patterns and messages that would otherwise go unnoticed. It whispers to us what the logical mind often ignores. Learning to trust it is the first step to recognizing synchronicities as more than mere chance. In fact, the more attuned we are to our intuition, the more we realize that the universe is in constant dialogue with us, sending signs, small confirmations, and guidance disguised in everyday events. This act of listening, of trusting what we feel beyond reason, opens us to a deeper dimension of perception. It is in this state of inner connection that synchronicities begin to reveal themselves more frequently, as if we are in harmony with a cosmic choreography, dancing to the rhythm of life. To recognize and embrace synchronicities in our lives, we must cultivate a special awareness of our surroundings. Practices like meditation, keeping a journal of coincidences, and, above all, the exercise of being present in the moment are powerful ways to train our mind and spirit. When we become more mindful, we start to see that what once seemed ordinary or insignificant may, in fact, carry a deeper meaning. Meditation, for example, calms the storm of the mind and connects us with the inner silence where the messages of the universe can be heard more clearly. Similarly, keeping a record of synchronicities helps us create a personal narrative, showing how these signs are intertwined with our journey. Over time, patterns may emerge, revealing guidance or recurring themes that would otherwise go unnoticed. The secret lies in mindfulness, living each moment consciously without being swept away by the constant distractions of modern life. When we are present, open, and receptive, we are able to notice the whispers of the universe, those coincidences that for others might seem insignificant, but for us become silent guides. Synchronicities are not just signs, they act as catalysts for our spiritual growth. Each of these meaningful coincidences offers us an opportunity to deepen our understanding of who we are, to expand our horizons, and to challenge our limiting beliefs. They invite us to look beyond the surface of events and connect with a wider and more transcendent reality. When we perceive a synchronicity, we are prompted to question what we are experiencing and what it means on a deeper level. These moments make us reflect on our paths, our purposes, and how we are aligning with the flow of life. It's as if the universe is gently pushing us toward a higher stage of consciousness, reminding us that we are part of something much greater than our daily routines and immediate concerns. This process of awakening and spiritual expansion accelerates when we start to recognize that these fortuitous encounters are leading us to a new level of self-awareness. Each synchronicity is an invitation to advance on the path of inner growth, to look within ourselves and connect more deeply with the purpose of our soul. These are moments that remind us that life is far richer and more interconnected than we can imagine. Throughout history, different cultures and religions have attributed deep meanings to significant coincidences, recognizing them as divine touches or mysterious forces at work. In ancient Greece, the Greeks believed that the Moirai, the goddesses of fate, wove the threads of all human life, and synchronicities could be interpreted as glimpses of this invisible tapestry. These events were seen as signs that something greater was at play, a reminder that fate is always interwoven into every moment. In Christianity, synchronicities are often seen as divine interventions, signs of God guiding a person's life. When a fortuitous meeting or chain of events seems inexplicable, many believe it is the hand of God directing their steps. In Spiritism, synchronicities can be interpreted as communications from spiritual entities, messengers from other planes, helping us follow the right path, even when we are immersed in doubt. Despite cultural differences, one thing remains constant: the human search to understand what lies beyond the tangible. Synchronicities are recognized as expressions of a greater, transcendent order that works to connect us to something deeper. In all these traditions, they are symbols that the visible world is only the tip of an iceberg of meanings and invisible connections that, when perceived, bring us closer to the sacred. The universe is in constant dialogue with us, sending signs and whispers that often go unnoticed. However, if we change our perspective, we can begin to see these coincidences not as mere accidents, but as expressions of a deep and mysterious connection with the cosmos. Synchronicities are an invitation to align with the flow of life, to be more conscious and present, and to listen to the silent wisdom the universe offers us. These moments remind us that life is rich in meaning, that there is an invisible web connecting all things. Instead of dismissing these coincidences as chance occurrences, we can embrace them as opportunities for growth, as signs that help us find clarity, direction, and purpose. By opening ourselves to synchronicities, we become more receptive to the mystery of existence, more connected to the essence of who we are, and to the role we play within the grand tapestry of life. The universe is always sending us these subtle reminders. The question that remains is, are we ready to accept the invitation?